Welcome back. When there's snakeskin, you know that must mean there was a snake, right? Even this time of year. Here's Joey Barnes with Dr. John Long in Next to Nature.
Welcome back to Next to Nature this week, everybody. And we're starting off with props, so that means we're always talking about something interesting.
I didn't think of it like that. Yes, props are good.
Snakeskin.
Right.
And you actually found this in your shop.
I did. I was really excited about it.
I was going to say, you were excited. I would have been alarmed.
I love them, and I'll keep them in there. Obviously, it's a rat snake is what I had in my shop, and they're great. If you find one or a king snake,
You want to keep, I know those are good snakes.
yeah, we may do a later segment on that. But yeah, they're good snakes. There are good snakes. There's also bad snakes, but these are good snakes. Both of these are rat snakes. They're small, or gray snakes, and this is an example of a smaller one. That's an example of a larger one, but this is the one that was in my shop.
Ah.
Yeah.
So do you think it was the same snake or two different ones?
I think it was the same snake, just because of the proximity of where I found it, which was hanging in the rafters.
Just growing up with you.
Just growing up, doing its job. But not the first one I've had in there either. But it's just an excellent representation of what the snake was at one time.
So I was asking you this, there's not a certain time of year that you really find snakes shedding their skin, huh?
If it is, I'm not aware of it, because I actually found this one in the spring, but I actually found this one just the other day. So I think it's all dependent on how large the snakes get at a certain time. And it's just like at Thanksgiving, you eat so much, or you get, your britches get too little, then you got to go up to a bigger size and get rid of them. So that's just, in essence, that's what it is. So
I was going to say, so why do they shed their skin?
they have to get rid of that extra. It's just like any other thing. They have to molt.
Okay.
Spiders do the same thing. They molt out of their skin, and that's exactly why they do it, is because of they get too large. I mean, they can't stand the skin they're in. Well, that rhymed. But anyway.
It did. Yeah. And I think we've all been there where we got to get some bigger britches.
You're right. Right. But it is one of those things where you can actually look at a skin and really tell if it's venomous or not.
Really?
I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not.
So if you look at a snake in general, a venomous snake or a poisonous snake are very muscular. Very muscular in the center, and they're shorter. And normally a non-venomous or a beneficial snake are normally just slender in size and long.
I was going to say they're usually long, aren't they?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I found one in a tree the other day. I knew immediately what. We didn't even have to look at the eyes, because I knew it was non-venomous just because of that fact. It was longer. Yeah. So
you didn't even have to look at the head, because that's what I've always been told.
Right.
Look at
well,
the head.
if it is, then it's a good indication. The eyes, head, like I said, whether the body's muscular and short, you can definitely tell the difference between the two.
I usually try not to get that close.
No, and they're scarier.
All right. And one last thing.
Yes.
Snakes will be out for a couple more months, a couple more weeks here in our area, just because we are a warmer climate.
That is true, and I've seen snakes. They'll go dormant, and you can see them if it warms up. They'll come out of hibernation. I've seen them in warm months, in cooler months, or when it's supposed to be cooler. But they're just like an alligator or anything else, like reptiles. It just all depends on weather or time of year. So yeah. They den up together too. Some snakes will den up together, like rattlesnakes and copperheads will den up. So that's just a little sidebar. But yeah, and so when they go in for the winter, you might find more than one or more than one type if you found them. So
I don't know why that just creeps me out, but
that's
it does.
a sidebar.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Always learning something new on Next to Nature. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. We'll see you again next week.